tastes like burning.
So this week I wanted to talk about something that I feel has kind of been missing from our normal game lineup, game library release windows, and that's extreme sports games. I mean, what happened to that whole genre? The last real extreme sports games that I can think of would be SSX released last year and the Tony Hawk HD remake released on the arcades. But we really haven't had, one of those big games that kind of dominated the PS1, PS2 era. I mean, it's been like what, 2-3 years since even the last skate game that kind of knocked Tony Hawk off of his perch, especially after the abysmal Tony Hawk Ride, which was unbelievably a terrible idea. But it seems that the entire sports genre is moving more towards the real life simulation, even racing games. It's getting harder and harder for me to find that arcadey racing game that I used to love back in like PlayStation 2 with the Burnout series and the Need for Speed series. I mean, even the Need for Speed Underground series on PS2 was very arcadey, even though it was, more based on the street races. But these were games that I used to love. I mean, it was a genre that would bring people together. You just sit there and you do two-player Tony Hawk or two-player racing games, and with the advent of online gaming, it seems like it'd be the perfect time to bring something like this back, especially if, we can get a new Tony Hawk game or, God forbid, even a brand new BMX game, which I haven't seen since the entire last generation. But those were games that I loved, and with all of the online components that we have now and all the DLC, how difficult would it be really to come out with a new extreme sports game that just kind of capitalized on that? I mean, give us a brand new free open world game in Tony Hawk and just let 16 people go at it. I mean, even add special modes like deathmatch. You run up on someone and clock them with your skateboard. I mean, just fun things like that just to keep it entertaining. With all of the other online games and like seamless online integration games that are coming out now, it seems like kind of a wash that we're missing all of these great opportunities. Especially what with racing games now. Everything is starting to seem to go more simulation. And me personally, I've never really been big on the simulation. To me, if I wanted to play a racing game where I actually had to, manage my turns and, try not to damage, I'll just go drive a car. I'll just go out and drive on the real road and, watch for the other people to not hit me. Basically the same as in the game. But the arcade racing gaming is supposed to be an escape. It's supposed to be just this whole fantasy where you get to do and be whoever you want. And if you want to recreate the Fast and the Furious in a video game, you should be able to do that. I'm not saying you should go play that Fast and Furious game. For God's sake, stay away from it. But the Need for Speed series and the Burnout series, they're really the only ones out there that still offer that kind of arcadey feel. I mean, we have like Forza 5 and the new Gran Turismo game coming out, but they're all just a straight up simulation. And this is also something that I feel in sports games. This is why I'm not a huge sports game fan, is because I feel a lot of these games would be just as much fun if you actually go out and play them. Football, basketball, soccer, a little. I don't have the foot coordination for that one. But it's the racing games and the extreme sports games that kind of fulfill that fantasy of get to do whatever you want. I mean, the Tony Hawk series taught me you could grind on power lines. Don't ever try it in real life, but in the game I could do it. And especially with all the cheat codes. I mean, that's what made the game so much fun, is that you could literally almost break the game with all the things that you could do. And it was fantastic fun. I mean, it was a game that you never really stopped playing. You could always just go back and just button mash and get insane combos. And I really miss that. And I really would like to see it come back in some form in next generation, because it is just this gaping hole in all of the video game releases that have been coming out recently, and something needs to fill it.